Опа. I'm just gonna be chilling here on a single player game until people need help with the characters. I'll be chilling here listening to my book. If you need any questions or anything, I'm available when Aztec shows up. Probably read you to at least the brief little introduction of the world. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
I suppose I could do that now then.
Slut.
What?
Do. Okay. So, if I want you guys to have all the info for building your characters, it's basically a world where creatures from the void invade constantly. Magic and technology fuse during a single incident where people who were trying to reach out to other worlds resulted in a major magical accident that created tears in the void. Ever since this big incident, known as the Dagon incident, the world has been fighting off interdimensional incursions from the void. Both magic and tech are a thing.
I'll show you an incursion.
The reason this is called the Dagon incident is because in the wake of this incident, in the next 6 months, the tears were getting worse and worse until the outer god Dagon himself invaded and destroyed Australia,
Yeah, fuck Australia.
decimating its population. After this incident, the world had barely come together when a group of independent superheroes who stood against Dagon and cast him back out into the void. After this, the governments from around the world came together to form the Global Dimensional Integrity Network, or GDIN.
Integrity.
Huh?
Integrity.
Integrity Farms.
Yes. Under the banner of the GDIN, the first generation of heroes, or super soldiers as people called it, liberated Australia and quote-unquote killed the outer god. But they now know that they killed his physical incarnation and that he still exists in the void.
Okay.
During the lead up to the Dagon incident, when magic and technology were fusing, they accidentally created certain powerful individuals, such as people with actual powers, people with suits of powered armor, people who suddenly found themselves gifted in the magical arts. And these individuals started becoming either heroes standing up for the people or villains bent on greed and destruction. For the first 300 years after the discovery of mad science, the world still existed as a collection of states. Heroes and villains, leagues usually operated in their local territories, fighting never-ending skirmish wars over territory. The Dagon incident changed that. And now, as a world, the GDIN regulates heroes and villains, keeping them outside of state skirmishes. In the wake of the GDIN victory, the world saw a large period of peace, resulting in several large corporations becoming birthed. And those corporations, some of which still need a name, have privatized the heroes and villains networks to the point where in modern day society there are what you would call villains for hire, where you can hire these people to menace your heroes to give them popularity during off seasons when nothing's happening. So there's now an entire industry around heroes and villains fighting, repairing the property damage, and we are several decades past the Dagon incident at this point. The world has become relatively relaxed with the Void incursions seemingly under control. You guys are going to be a team of new supers recruited through the GDIN to one of their corporate sponsors. In this day and age, supers are conscripted and pressed into service for the good of humanity. Those who try to stay out of this cycle are hunted by the corporations to be brought in and either studied, conscripted, or executed.
I just want to be touched.
So yeah, that is the basic overview. It is a world seeing large amounts of void incursions, with corporate sponsors running the global defense network, basically. Rather than the GDIN having large hero teams, they have small elite hero teams that oversee and regulate the large number of corporate hero teams. When we actually start, I will have a list of different corporations for you guys to choose one, but you will have to choose one.
Who would win in a fight, Jesus or Superman?
I mean, technically Superman, but then Jesus would pull the whole Obi-Wan thing, like, strike me down and I shall become more powerful than you can imagine.
I think that's a cop-out because he still loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loses the battle.
Well, that's why it's called pulling an Obi-Wan. You did still lose, bud. We all know that being a Force Ghost isn't all it's cracked up to be.
I want to, you know what? I've decided I'm going to be Jesus. I mean, not exactly Jesus, but I'm going to have a super power set.
I was going for a full-born from or you don't know Mistborn, but I'll explain it eventually.
So for Jesus powers, you basically want healing, resurrection, mass conversion that's limited to certain things like water into wine.
Some sort of necromancy.
I mean, that's where the resurrection comes in, but sure, I can make you a Jesus necromancer.
No, because I also bring other people back from the dead, and I can cure the blind, right?
Well, that would fall under healing powers and resurrection, technically. Using necromancy would make them undead.
I mean, at a certain point, does it really... We're just arguing semantics.
Yes, there is a
Ben.
difference.
At a certain point, we're just arguing semantics, Ben.
No, mechanically there's a big difference. I have to operate undead very differently than a resurrected person. For example, undead usually are tied to a power. If they are not tied to a power, then they're unbound undead, which, you know, everyone kills on sight. Bound undead, you are limited in the numbers you can control and how you can exert that control. Resurrection is, oh, this guy's dead, let me poke him, he's alive, and he's not tied to me. That's one of the only downsides of this game, is that all the powers are incredibly specific. No.
So, did you ever read Mistborn, Ben, or no?
I did not.
It's gonna be hard to
I
explain.
honestly haven't even gotten past Wind and Truth because I can't take the fucking diehard
Mistborn is
seriously.
20 years old. It's a different book.
I know, but it's from Sanderson, right?
Yeah, it's just a different book. It's a different genre. Not genre. I
Part of
guess
the same
different
verse,
genre.
though, isn't it?
Same verse.
Sanderson verse.
Yeah. Or the Cosmere.
Is Hoyt in it?
Yes.
Oh, well then I approve so far. Continue.
So it's a world where like the guy in charge is sort of like a god king. Sucks a lot. Without spoiling it too much. Oh fuck, I'd be spoiling it.
I don't care.
Just spoil
Okay,
it.
great.
Oh my god, don't be
Yeah,
gay.
yeah, well, it's whatever. So
It's a 20-year-old
basically,
book, and you've recommended it several
Yeah.
times. If I'm upset at spoilers, that's on me.
okay. So he was. Long story short, the abilities. It's like they ingest a certain concentration of metal, and then they burn it for abilities. So, like, say you ingest pewter, it buffs your strength. Like the easiest way to think of it, it buffs like your strength, your balance, your endurance, all that shit. If you burn like iron, you can pull on any other metal. So like if the metal's lighter than you, it'll go to you. If it's heavier or anchored or something, you'd go to it, depending on, weight.
What if
and
the metal's in someone's belly?
Cannot pull on metal in someone's stomach unless you're super powerful. But I'm not. My guy's not going to be super powerful.
Just trying to
Can't-
figure out if you're trying to get away with that shit.
Yeah, no. Can't pull on metal inside of another person. Even earrings can't pull on it. I mean, I can, but I mean, if it's embedded too deeply, I cannot. If that makes sense. So like if you have like implants or some shit, I can't.
If it's considered part of the person, you can't.
Yeah, and to more of an extent, like if it's part of the person, say like, I don't know, you have like a metal bracer on or like, I don't know, glove or armor or some shit, and you weigh 300 pounds and I weigh like 150, I'm flying to you. It's not like it's
Okay,
It's
then
based
we
on
would
your
need
weight.
a specific tag on those powers for you to be able to affect things that are worn or carried, but we can deal with that.
Yeah. Okay. You burn steel, you push, so it's the opposite of iron. Gold and silver, all that. It's not gold. Technically, it shows you like a past version of what you're looking at, or whoever you're looking at. But it's not really contextual.
Again?
It's just like a gold will show you like an image of the person you're looking at, but like from a random point in the past. So
Okay, are you going to want these specific powers linked to these metals?
yes,
Make me a list. We
We'll
will
make you a
you
list.
a conditional variable power that changes based on what metal you can ingest. And the
yes,
quantities. The way we would
That-
do that is that we would cheapen the power by giving you a specific list of powers that are the only ones you can use as the variable powers.
Yeah,
Give
there
me
are more,
a
though.
list of the. Yes, I know, but like.
I will.
Continue.
Yeah, because that's the allomancy powers. Like it's blood shit. So
Then we would make a single power called allomancy, and that would be that variable power.
Okay, and then the other
That
power would be
Specific limited
ferrochemy.
variable.
Okay, and then I'd have it's mixed with another one that is also limited in its abilities, but it's
What is it called?
ferrochemy, ferrochemical, ferrochemy. I can give it to you.
Describe
Actually,
it.
here's a list.
basically-
Here's a list. 1 second.
Basically translate into metal liquids, but sure.
Either
Yeah,
that,
yeah. Well, they do metal shavings into alcohol or something. But let me just put it in this thing.
either that, or
So a limited form of alchemy.
Sort of. Because it's not alchemy. It's let me put in the ferrochemy one first. Wow, it just won't do anything.
At least
I'm trying to-
partially has mass conversion.
Yes, because but okay, so ferrochemy works by say I wanted to be stronger, I'd have to make myself like really weak, like old, like incredibly like same thing for age. So if I wanted to store age, I'd have to be old for a while and then I can use that and be like younger for a day or twice as strong for a day. But considering I have allomancy and ferrochemy, I can just sort of eat it whatever I stored the attribute in, and then I'd get like 10 times the amount. Horribly broken when you compound it, but I'm just trying to.
That's going to increase the price of all of those powers if they can
I'm aware.
overlap their effects.
Yeah. I'm aware. But I want them to overlap, so that's the only way I want to do it.
You just might not have enough power points to do it at first, but as you grow, you should be able to.
Yeah, that's fair. So that's Allomancy. Ferrochemy, and when you compound them, it is this. From a Google description, but it's basically everything. It's just limited by what you have access to and how much stored up. So like say like, I don't know, we're not on a mission, I'll just go around as an old, half-blind, deaf old man.
Ferrochemy, it will actually be a lot cheaper because it's you're taking a limitation or a detriment in order to facilitate power, and that could actually, depending on how we build it, end up giving you points rather than making you spend it.
Yes, that's why I'm using both. Because I can.
Allomancy is definitely going to cost points, though.
Yeah. Allomancy is going to cost
I don't know
points.
about that unless you want it to be housed in like outside gadgets, where the gadgets do it all for you instead of being an inborn power.
No, it's an inborn power because it's like say I stored my health in gold for a day, for healing, so I could heal rapidly for like bursts of time. I could, instead of like wearing the ring that I'm storing it in, I could eat the ring and then have 10 times the charge. That's how it works.
So the way this works is we will have one variable power set called compounding.
Okay.
Under compounding, we will have two separate variable powers called allomancy and ferromancy, or ferrochemy.
Yeah, Ferrochemy.
Those two will be very limited with how they do it, and you will be able to use the compounding power only when both powers are tuned to the same
Not.
metal, so to speak. So if you're using like the cadmium in one and the bronze in another, you can't compound. But if you have bronze in both, then you can compound. And otherwise, you would be still using both separate effects, but they will not boost each other.
Well, yeah, no, you can't compound. You can only compound the same metal.
Yes.
So it's like
What I'm telling you here is that building that in as a limitation of the power can make it cheaper.
Okay.
And the way we're doing this is we're essentially using variable power pools to amplify the number of power points you have to work with each of these individual powers because of their limitations.
Yeah.
So rather than having to keep track of the individual powers, you would have one specific power that can then push to any of these subsections of power using the two separate powers that make up the compounding power.
Okay. I think I see what
The
you're saying.
negative there being, if you don't take immunity to nullify, I only have to nullify one power.
Gotcha.
So be aware of that if we do it that way.
Okay. Fair enough. And I feel like that works in the grand scheme of things in like the Cosmere-verse. So it's fine. As long as I can do it, yeah. But I knew it's just going to be a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit.
But in order for you to get anywhere near being able to do this at lower levels without having to like make you get to higher power levels first, I could stop this power with a single nullifier.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that to bully you guys or anything. I'm not going to go out of my way to be like, haha, you left a weakness, so I'm going to use it. But there are going to be certain villains with certain power sets that will take advantage of such weaknesses.
So
Be aware of that.
Because okay, like is there a way to just have them in under 2 power sets then, or no? Because
Yes, but it's far more expensive. The way the variable power pool works is you put points into the variable power, and then it multiplies the points to allow you to spend within that variable power. Then you can, in turn, make whatever you're doing cost less as a flat cost per rank by adding limitations to it, such as only metals can be ingested to do these.
Yeah.
And then even further under the limited, we use that list of metals you gave us, and that's the only options you have for switching the power, which in turn again makes it cheaper.
yeah, and it has to be a certain concentration of metals. Anything other than
Purity.
that would make me sick. Yeah,
You
purity.
can't eat the ore, you have to eat the refined metal.
Yeah, have to eat a refined. Like I think for
That's another limitation
some
that
shit,
could
it's
either
like-
cheapen it. Let's put it this way: you can literally make a power cost 1 point per rank. You can't make them cost 0.
Gotcha. But I could have all of these under like and just have them super cheap, essentially under one
Yes,
variable.
but what you
power set.
can do is do the math as they're doing it, and if you're in the negative for how much it should cost, you can just tack on more features until it costs 1 point per rank.
Gotcha. Could I add the same because I mean all of them have the same limitations. Like it's
All I'm saying is that it's going to cost you 1 point per rank regardless, so you might as
Okay.
well add those extra traits.
gotcha. Okay.
There is no bringing a power set down to 0 points.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just don't want to. I just want to make sure that I can do everything that I wanted to do.
Entirely possible. It might be a little complicated to learn how to move the variable power around at first, but we'll go through and we'll build a specific power set for each of them, where the amount of power you can put in is based on how much you ingested, how much you stored,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. That's actually one of the ways that low power people can do stuff in this, is that, you know, you have to take time to do this or that. That's one way to get the ranks of a power far above what power level they should be at. Because if I have a blast 5 that's got, you know, charging 5, damage 5, that's 15 damage that the person has to soak being launched by a fucking level 5. The way
believe
damage
I understand. Yes, the
way
damage.
damage-
is a little iffy.
the way damage works in this is it's dealt based on the rank of whatever attack you're using. If I have physical strike 2, it does 2 damage. If you have a toughness of 1, then it soaks 1 of that damage, and I've only managed to do 1 damage to you.
Gotcha.
It is impossible to hurt people a certain number of power levels above you. Just straight up impossible. Unless
Okay.
you do some janky shit like what I'm talking about, and even then, you are limited to the power level of the power itself. You cannot get a Blast 5 when you're rank 4.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense. I was gonna ask something, but that clarifies it. Never mind.
That being said, you can be like, Blast 4, multi-attack 12, fucking damage 4, to add an extra 4 damage onto it, homing, fucking...
So, like, say with pewter, if I'm burning pewter to like enhance like my strength and toughness, would that increase my defense, or not put it past my rank? Like, if I'm a rank 4,
would.
it wouldn't.
The way we would do that is you would have a standard toughness that's just what your character is. It's your base
Gotcha.
attribute.
Okay.
Then that power would grant you what's called enhanced toughness, which is toughness based on a power set.
Okay. But only for a limited duration. Gotcha. Okay.
Correct.
Cool. All right.
However, there are some powers that are not limited to this rank, such as immunity or immortality. You need minimum ranks in them to get certain effects. Like immunity, you need to get like, I think it was 30 ranks in it or some shit like that, and you can just straight up say, I'm immune to toughness saves.
Okay.
I like anything that does physical damage that would go after my toughness, I'm just immune to it. I use a cheaper version on most of my characters that makes me immune to nullify, and then just use a basic power set to get all my enhanced attributes. And if you're immune to nullify, then you don't have to worry about somebody nullifying your super strength.
Yeah.
But the way
Yeah.
you're doing it is you would not be able to then supplement that enhanced strength on top of it, so it would make sense for you to have that standard strength build, then enhance it with your power set.
Gotcha. Can I get immune to nullify as well, or no?
Oh yeah, you just need enough points.
Oh, okay, great. Cool. All right, bet.
So whether you can get it
Alright.
right away, that's another question, but and just so you guys know, there is going to be like a gearhead or a techie that is like your guys' support dude when you're working for the corporation. So like you are going to have some leeway on asking for like tailored gear.
Okay.
I see no
Well-
reason why I wouldn't give a device early on that's like this keeps nullify from working once and then burns out during a fight or some shit.
Could I have a? The only thing I'd not want, but if tailored gear wise, I'd want like a, I don't know, like metal of like a certain purity, but like slots, so that like I could get.
We would
slot
put
it out.
in under the equipment section in the handbook, you put a certain number of points into the equipment skill, and
Okay.
then that multiplies the number of points that you have available that you could, in theory, use on that equipment. So let me get... Hold on. Where are... Oh yeah, and skills are like acrobatics, athletics, close combat, deception, stuff like that. There's a few like expertise I would ask you guys to take a look at so I don't have to keep explaining what they mean. Advantages are like feats, but they cost flat points. So I would advise looking into those. Yes, communication powers. There it is, page 157. Gadgets and gear. Advantages. Okay, so equipment general ranked. You have 5 points
Always
per
good to
rank
see
in
a
this
familiar
advantage
face.
to spend on equipment. This includes vehicles and headquarters. You can see gadgets and gear chapter for each detail on the equipment and its cost. Many heroes rely solely on equipment. For this equipment here, it would be advantage cost 1 power point per advantage rank. So as a, let's say that you're a level 5 hero for this, I haven't decided if I'm going to start you guys lower or at level 5, but it will not be above level 5. Also, the measurements tables is great because it gives you like, if I'm at rank 5, I can carry 1,600 pounds easily as a strength build. If it's affecting something that's a limited time thing, it's a 4-minute. If like it's a rank 5 movement power, I can move 900 feet. If it's a volume thing for like creating or destroying mass, I get 30 cubic feet. They have actual like flat amounts that you can get that will, what do you call it, be very descriptive about what you can actually do with those. It's a single D20 system. All the damage and resistances are based on the powers themselves. You rolled a hit.
Okay.
You rolled a hit, you roll for skill checks.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Some advantages have no ranks.
Be right back. Unless you got something important to say. I'm gonna run downstairs and get something to drink.
Just buys me time to find the thing I was trying to find.
Alright, we're back.
I want to have the power to suck things into my ass.
I mean, into the ass itself would just be a, what do you call it? A flavor thing, so you might want to check some of the black hole abilities.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe like be able to like compact them into something useful, or be able to like shoot them out like a weapon. You know what I mean?
Singularity powers.
But it goes into my ass.
You have to charge up. It can be cheaper because you'd have to charge it up by sucking in some sort of mass to compress down. And its maximum buildup would depend on the rank that you're at. But that kind of power would be fairly cheap to build.
The sucking in the ass power?
Yup.
I'll do a dab to that.
Well, stuff like team checks also, where somebody assists you, and they give you a flat bonus.
Could I have the power of money like Batman?
Actually, yeah, Batman is a lot of skills into just like martial arts and stuff, and then he spends all of his fucking ranks into the equipment feature, which doesn't, since it's an advantage, it does not actually max out at his power level, so he can just keep dumping points into equipment. And that allows him to spend those points on both actual equipment itself and a headquarters.
Can I be Mecha Batman or Cyborg Batman?
So you want to be Iron Man?
That is Iron Man is not Batman. They're not the same.
I mean, their power sets are similar enough.
No, have the abilities of Batman, but instead of like having a utility belt, I am the utility belt.
I mean, yeah, it's just being a cyborg.
I want to be Bane.
And hero points are a thing. All the inspiration, the way I use it.
I'm gonna be Bane, and I want to challenge people to rap battle.
The way I use hero points and inspiration and stuff in D&D was taken from this. When I grant you hero points, that is how they're used. Instead of doing something like I add a d6 to the roll, though, you can say something like I spend my hero point to take an extra action to blast this guy in the face and say a one-liner. Okay, so gives power levels, power points, starting power levels, just trade, blah, blah. Once you spent, power points cannot be reallocated without use of particular power or Game Master's permission. Yep. Find is how many power points it wants me to give you by default when you level. It's tells me how much you should have on character creation. Yeah, basic trait cost table. Effect cost plus extras minus flaws times rank plus flat multiplier. Yup. So we would build Aztec's powers individually and then apply the cost for the variable effect based on what rank he uses. But if you use one of the flaws that he needs a certain mass of metal to get beyond certain power levels, and that can cheapen it even further. Base effect would be variable power plus extra would be another variable power. Okay. I know how I'm gonna do that. Now I just need to find how much you're supposed to fucking earn during level ups. Oh, and on character creation, they want you to pick at least 2 complications and a motivation.
Okay.
2 character flaws, and like, are you motivated by greed, recognition, justice, patriotism?
Is that not?
One of my favorite complications is addiction mixed with phobia. Make yourself addicted to drugs, but also terrified of them. In this world, you can be an alien, a void creature, anything like a mutant, regular human with training, somebody who fell into a vat of fucking toxic acid and came out as an acid spitter. Okay, here we go, increasing power levels.
So you spit.
Here's our power. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I just had to refresh it. So the way you earn XP in this is you don't just level up. After one incident, if you guys did a good job, I'll give you a power point to spend or save. Once you guys have accumulated 15 additional power points, you get your power level bumped up by 1. So there is like sub-leveling within power levels, whereas you can either spend those points or save them up for when you bump up a power level. Very intuitive.
Sorry, I'm doing drugs. Bye bye.
No worries. So, figured out what I needed to about starting PowerPoints, and I may end up starting you guys off a little higher than 5.
Works for me as long as I get to do what I want to do. Cosplay as an old ass man. It's my secret identity.
Oh yeah, and in the advent of the Void technology, several people from other worlds have come here, but so far there is no consistent way for people to travel between worlds. Those who have traveled describe it more as magical accidents than anything intentional.
Considering that sort of works with my Cosmo shit, can I be an off-worlder?
Sure.
Yeah.
In this world, they're called Void Walkers.
In Cosmo, they're called World Hoppers, so it's whatever. World Hopper, Void Hopper.
Void Walker.
Void Walker, World Hopper. What is your racism in this world?
Is it eyes? Is it skin? What are we looking at?
People
Fucking
don't like those with void blood. People with the
Okay.
blood avoid things.
Fucking
I
dirty
could rock with
voiders.
Fucking. I love how that's a thing in Stormlight where it's like, what do you? It's the weirdest form of racism I've heard in a while, but okay.
I'm
Fucking
thinking
eye.
about starting you guys at power level 8 because according to the guide, this power level 8 is where like the Mystery Men era of the golden age of comics, as it describes it, where heroes rely
Golden age of
more on skill than power.
Okay. That's what I want.
Nah, I want over the top, bro.
Nah, bro. Fuck that.
You'll get there. It's fine.
We'll get there, but it's like by then we'll be fighting unkillable gods as unkillable gods.
Yeah, let me put it to you this way: Batman's power level 12.
Yeah.
Beast Boy is power level 10.
What's like Superman Darkseid? Like where are we getting up to?
Darkseid is. Oh, you can get up to power level 30, Jim. I can keep going as long as you guys do. Darkseid is power level 16.
For rating. Okay.
But he also is very inefficient with how they spend his points.
Like there's a better way to make him, you mean?
Oh yeah, way better
Gotcha.
way to make him. As far as Superman goes, I might have to open up the other book. Yeah.
Oh no, you're fine. I just wanted to know what we're like, how we rank in comparison to Superman. So Batman's at 12.
I mean,
okay.
which Superman?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
I thought you said he was 16.
No, Darkseid is 16.
Oh, okay.
Well, he may be the same. I'm looking it up to make sure.
He's Darkseid's like nemesis, so I mean.
Yeah, but
he's
not-
he's power level 15.
Okay, that's fair.
But he also spent fucking. Ugh. He spent points on sidekicks. Fucking Superman. He actually has to spend points on fucking Lois Lane.
Oh wow, that sucks. Didn't know Lois Lane came with more baggage, but apparently she does. So
Okay.
she does.
Fucking stupid bitch.
Let's see. Terra from the Teen Titans is power level 12.
Yeah, Terry can be a menace. I can see that. Dude, I can't wait to have these Allomancer powers on the fucking man. Gonna have so much fun just doing bullshit.
Did you watch the Gen V?
The what?
Did you watch?
No, not yet. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay.
Literally, I was trying to watch it over the weekend, but me and my girlfriend just read books and stuff like fucking nerds. So,
Wonder Woman
bunch of
is power level
queers.
15 as well.
right?
Crypto
But
the
it's like reading
Superdog
the
is
book
power
helped me
level
prepare
12.
for this. So it's whatever. Like it was rereading Mistborn.
What about
Sucker
Peacemaker?
parents.
Are you caught up with Peacemaker?
Yeah, man. They're into the racist dimension. Let's go.
I said it as a joke on the first episode, or the first time he goes over, and I didn't actually expect it to be a
there's no
thing.
white. There's all white people. There's no people of color in the new
Yeah.
universe.
Oh, yeah,
at all.
it's-
And any of the teams.
It sticks out.
Yeah. Even the when he went back, it's like there's only white people. So I'm pretty sure it's Earth X.
Dude, Rip is fucked.
Well, let me show you how.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He's
The problem I have with a lot
Yeah.
of these things is that some of the power levels don't make sense. Like Starfire is a power level 11
Why doesn't that make sense?
because she physically can't hurt Superman.
She's magic.
But- yeah,
Yeah, she can hurt Superman. Superman's to magic.
not according to power
that?
levels here.
Oh, I see.
But is power level more of like an ethereal thing? Do powers have certain abilities that'll scale, like damage levels to different power levels? You know what I mean?
In the sense that, like,
Maybe you're a level 12, but maybe you're outputting level 14 damage. You know what I'm saying?
Starfire can't hurt Superman with her blast, but if she had a spell to cast that would put a condition on him, she could hit him.
Okay. Question. So with in terms of my powers, there's a metal called beryllium or some shit, where if you're burning it, it amplifies and completely expends all your other metals. So like if I'm burning I don't know, like steel to push, I'd like super push somebody over a building, but it'd burn all my shit.
So it would allow you to burn other metals to amplify that one power?
Yeah, that power, that one metal amplifies another, whatever other metals I'm burning. So if I was burning like tin,
would it burn all your other metals, or would it burn just the Duralium? Is the
Duralium is an amplifier for whatever you're burning. So if, like I said,
so it would only burn the steel and the Duralium, or whatever.
If I'm burning steel at the time, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I see no reason why I can't let you do that. We might have to make a separate boosting tag for it where it requires that specifically. But again, like if we do this right, you're building these powers in a limited enough scope with enough limitations that you not only need a physical medium to cast it, but we might be able to add you a few more goodies if we can get you into the cheap enough power set.
Yeah. And it could also be like a gadget or something that I have access to. I don't know.
No, I'm going to suggest that you use gadgets for metal storage.
True. Yeah, you're right.
No reason why you can't store 10 tons of iron in a fucking, Omnicube.
True. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. I'm going to be Jesus Christ without all the morals.
Equipment general ranked. No limitation based on power rank for equipment. 5 points per rank in this individual advantage. 1 point per rank, and it gives you 5 points to spend on gadgets and gear, equipment, or vehicles and headquarters. I consider power suits, like Iron Man suits, vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't need any of that shit. I can rip that shit out the sky. I can fly on it. Fuck it.
Let's use this as an example. Let's say you put 2 points into equipment. That equipment can now be broken or taken away from you. That's the negative of having it as equipment.
That sounds like the metal, like, so in Mistborn, they keep like a vial, and it's full of like all the shavings that they can burn, in like a solution of like alcohol. So it's like, that sounds like the vial that I refill my metals on.
Yep.
So definitely need that. But
we can do it a couple ways. We can use the cube to use a shrinking power where you can just like stuff them into the cube and they will shrink as it does.
Yeah. That works too. Yeah.
You can make them substantial while they're in the cube so they don't take up any mass space or make it heavier.
I could just fill that with like fucking with metal coins and vials, and man.
And this is one of my favorite powers because it's called feature. Action, non-ranged, personal, duration, permanent, cost 1 point per rank. You have 1 or more minor feature effects granting you occasional useful abilities, 1 per rank. Essentially a version of a benefit advantage where with the GM to build a custom power set that's not in there. If none of these work for your storage, then I'll just build you a feature power in your equipment called storage.
Okay.
Then we would go to the power ranking chart, and the mass volume in there would dictate how much cubic storage you would have.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. If that works
And
better
if
for me,
we
because I just need space.
really want to break your character, we'll give you the create/control power.
Need that.
You can form solid objects essentially out of nowhere. They may be solidified energy, hardened water or air, transmuted bulk matter, ice, stone, or some other
never mind. I need
medium,
that.
depending on the effect's description.
Don't need that one right there. You don't need that. I need that one. That way I could just create my own. Oh my god, I'm gonna be completely overpowered.
And make it incredibly cheap by limiting that create power to refined metals.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god.
I can tell you right now, if we nix the range, use it as only refined metals, then use innate as a trait to add flat +1. Innate is what you would need. It allows you so that your objects created are permanent. They don't just disappear over time.
Okay. Is there a D&D Beyond for this shit?
Not that I know of, no.
There's.
This is the part. This is the complicated part where I have to be here to help you guys build this shit. I do not want you guys building this shit on your own because I've read this book cover to cover many times and I know what I'm doing. I am not going to ask you guys to learn this fucking rule set. It's incredibly intuitive and easy to get your head around it, but if you don't read the whole goddamn book and just go from section to section, it's going to be confusing as hell.
Do you want to get in phone on this? Since he doesn't have to do a lot of heavy lifting, you just sort of have to show up.
We're on the fucking. We've been on the chat with Fallen In. He was invited. Didn't invite
He
him.
wasn't. Well, from what he told us before, he just sort of swipes all this shit off the screen because he uses his phone mostly, and he hasn't been online today. Huh?
Feel free to message him.
Yeah, I was just asking because it's like this. If anything, now would be the time. But he's not online. I don't think so. It's whatever. Is it just gonna be us, like me and Artie?
No idea.
And
Try to find a third at least.
if Bird wasn't a fucking racist.
I mean, you can invite Bird, but I'm not gonna hang out with him.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I
that
wanna
doesn't
play with
really
Bird.
help us if it loses a player.
Yeah.
Bring anyone in.
If 2 out of the 3 people don't want to, I don't think it's. I have no other fucking friends on Discord, so.
I've only ever hung out with Birdie because you guys wanted him around. I went out of my way since we were kids to antagonize him.
Ever since the start, Ben's never changed. So.
I have always given him shit. I have always gone out of my way to upset him because it's funny to me.
Yeah. And I just don't. I don't even play games with the dude anymore. So it's like, this would be a lot of talking. And I feel like I don't think it would last. So, no point.
Okay, so here the variable thing. One of the only things that might end up costing it more is the affect others tag, where you could touch somebody and transfer the effect of your power to them.
Define that for me in terms of my powers. So, like, control metal and someone else.
If a building's about to fall on you and a civilian, you up your toughness, put your hand on their shoulder, and it affects you both as long as you're touching them.
Nah, fuck that. I think that's too easy. I don't want the.
And we don't need to worry about the ranged tag because that would have been another add-on on top of that that would allow you to do that at a distance.
Yeah, no, I don't need to gift my powers to other people. I could soothe them instead. I could just make them feel confident and brave and want to run away.
That's just a skill. That's a skill, Jim. That's just your heroic skills.
That's just one of my regular skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need it. Fuck that.
And my other suggestion would be making sure you have some sort of movement power.
I have pushing and pulling steel. Or pushing iron, or you burning iron and steel, I can move around off of metal. So I could drop metal on the ground and push off of it, and it'll be pushing off of the ground, so I'll just go up as long as I have a reserve to push metal. Feel me? I could hold on to the brackets or the the girders or the steel frame in a building and just use it to levitate and fly. I'm fine.
Okay, so instead of that, we're gonna add another tag to your create control power called continuous, innate, and movable. You create the metal or like a bracer or a disc or something to fly on, and then you can just
But
move it around with that power.
It uses existing ones. It's not like an extra power. It's just like if I decide to use like the steel beam of a building to support my weight and pull on it, I'm lighter than the building, so I'll just go up to where I'm pulling on, you know?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, your villains are eventually figure out what they're doing.
Yeah, but I could also just like drop, like, and use my create whatever ability and just like take out a like metal shavings and throw it on the ground and then just sort of fly, or take it out of my hand, like throw it out of my hand and just throw it into a building and push off in different directions, you know?
Okay.
I could burn pewter and just jump.
Then you might want to gain a sensory power that allows you to detect
And-
metals at a distance.
Oh no! Oh, when you burn steel and when you burn iron, you see like blue lines that point to whatever metal is into your vicinity.
Then we would have to tie a sensory power in with that.
The sensory power is tin. When you burn tin, you enhance all of your senses.
No, okay, you're misunderstanding here. Anything in this
Yeah.
game that changes your perception is considered a sensory power.
Well, yeah. So a sensory power would need to be built into the whole power set there.
It would
But I-
be an awareness sensory perk.
But that's only when I'm burning tin.
It would be accurate, awareness, limited, tied into the variable power.
But for tin only, if that makes sense.
No,
There's
you
a
would have to
byproduct
take
of-
one. You just said that there are lines like showing you where to go with the steel or iron.
That, yeah,
That's
with
a
steel or
sensory-
iron.
That's sensory
Yeah.
power, Jim.
Uh,
What I just described here is what you would have to add on to that power to see those blue lines.
sure.
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was more speaking out
Yeah,
loud
no,
about
yeah,
what
no,
you would
no, yeah.
need.
Yeah.
It would be.
Would it also be limited because it's only lines, or it only
That's
reacts
what I'm
to metal?
saying, is that it would be 1 point per rank, but it would have to be accurate, which is another 2 points. Three analytical. I would make you take the analytical would be 1 and awareness 1, so that'd be flat 5, but it would be a limited. Sense to metallic. Specifically steel. Okay, so that allows me to add a flat -2 to that. And give a precognition to that rank. You would need, but it would be limited precognition because all you're doing is seeing the lines of where you can go.
Or whatever metal is in the area. It points to whatever metal.
That's why you get the limited tag, because it
Yeah.
only works for that.
Unless it's in someone's body, then it doesn't point to that.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that for a flat 1 point per rank.
Okay. Yeah, I feel with all the limitations, most of these will be 1 point.
Okay, well, the
things.
way the variable power pool works is that each rank in the variable power, you pay 7 points to have 5 points to work in the pool. The reason why that is because then you can take those points, variable powers inside that pool. The difference is those 7 points per rank that we're taking to the variable power is going to end up being specifically limited. So we're going to get at least a flat -2 to that price, because for each of the powers that you're stuck using as only the powers you can use in that variable power pool, I'm allowed to minus it by 1. The fact that it is taking a cost to use allows me to cheapen it even more, which allows me to charge you 4 points flat so far for 5 points per rank.
Oh, wow. Okay.
am trying to find ways to make it cheaper so that I can
I can give
to
you more
pay less.
conditions. I mean, you can add the weight conditions that that's for steel and iron pushing in general, but it's depending on the weight of my character.
Those
so-
would be applied to the specific power under the variable power for the what do you call it? Not the Theramchemy, the other one.
for allomancy, or compounding, I guess.
Yeah, the
That's-
Allamant. That would be
Hello?
giving that reduction in power cost to the Allomancy itself variable power, not the pool itself.
Okay. Were you saying something, Artie? No.
Sorry, Artie, we got. This is just an interesting power set having to fucking build.
Bro, I was trying to tell you before because it's like it's a lot, man. It's a lot, and I thought there's.
It's not as much
Sanderson-
as you think.
But Sanderson actually came up with his own tabletop for Cosmere shit. So it's like, I don't know if you want to look at that.
Not
But
particularly.
just for rules and shit. What?
Not particularly.
Okay, well there you go. So yeah, no, it's just a lot.
There is rules that exist for everything you want to do in this game. I don't really want to overlap, considering how intuitive.
No, I don't know what the rules are in that because I don't know what planet it takes place in. So don't know. I just know there's a deck building game. I've
Yeah.
never played it though. But in the lore, unless you are super special or super special heritage, you generally only have like one or two of these powers.
What is your offensive power going to be? Are you going to be punching people? Are you going to be like? How are you going to be hurting?
I could burn pewter to make myself stronger and punch people or hit harder.
Yeah, but again, you'd need close combat ranks. So the way we do that is you'd basically gain enhanced close combat skill when you have that active.
So yes, and also without I would have a base, I guess, close combat skill that would be enhanced when I burn pewter. If that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So you.
Yeah. So for
Then I
but
would
that's just,
advise
like,
getting improvised weapon. That's the skill that allows you to add your close combat skill bonus to stuff like hitting people with a telephone pole.
Yeah. So I guess I need that too because it's like I'm not trying to hold have like. I mean, I can have like a huge sword or some shit, but I'm fine with improvised weapons. Fucking. Also, the pushing and pulling steel or coins. It's like if I have like a penny or something and I throw it, it's pushing against like my body, so it's just gonna fly straight like a bullet. So I don't know if you want to make that telekinesis.
No,
Or-
there's a reason why I used create control for that.
Okay.
There's rules for being able to move the object and smacking people with it.
Okay. So yeah,
You'll
but
actually get bonuses to how cheap the damage on that will be because you're limiting yourself to certain kinds of metals. A penny
it's
would not
all
work.
metal that can be moved and manipulated, but it's only certain metal that I can ingest. That makes sense.
Which power does that?
The steel and like iron, you burn iron and you can pull on all metal, and you burn steel and you can pull on all metal. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like Super Magneto, but only when it's
That would
like a
actually
limited
be easier
Magneto.
to do under move object now that I look at that. Limited
Possibly,
material would be the flat -1 to that.
Because it's like even the way they move around, it's like they'll throw coins on the ground and push off the coin and then pull on like a metal
plus
girder
limited
and then-
direction.
to pull them forward and then throw another coin at a building and push off that to go to the left or right or something. It's like a just always a transfer of momentum and weight.
Then we would use that flat -1 that brings your price down to 0 to use improvised weapon or throwing mastery tag on to move object, which would bring it back to 1. which would
Yeah, I guess if you look at it like move the object, it's like I move the object, but if the object is lighter than me, then I go to it. Or no, if it's heavier than me, then I go to it. Or if it's lighter than me, then it moves away from me at like terminal velocity.
And yeah, and you don't need continuous, but you would need damaging. Because that's what you need the tag on the move object to be able to hurt people based on the rank of your move object.
Yeah.
So the most I could do for that is make that a flat 2-point cost per rank, but with the multipliers we're hoping to get.
But that's only when burning metals.
That's... Okay, the way this is going to work is that the variable power pool itself is going to become cheaper to make because it is going to be conditional activation. The move object spell itself here that we'd be using for that cannot have that, but it can directly benefit from the variable power being cheaper. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know in the ways that it could directly benefit, but that makes sense.
You can get more ranks out of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
You'll have more
More
points
ranks,
to
more
throw
damage,
more points to throw at the move object power.
Okay, fair enough. And the move object power is also enhanced by Durell. Like it's also one of the abilities that can be boosted.
By
Like if
the
I'm burning that-
Dura thing or the compounding.
What'd you say?
By the Dura thing or the compounding, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, this
Dura
thing
thing
is so long.
is going to be its own boosting power.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's its own boosting thing. There's also aluminum that completely drains me of metal, so you could throw that in whenever the fuck you want.
What do you mean?
If I ingest the right concentration of aluminum, it completely drains all of my metals that I can burn until I ingest like another bio or another metal. Just wastes everything. So if you lie to me and told me this is like, pure pewter or whatever, and it was just aluminum or the right concentration of aluminum, I would just be empty.
God, I love the immunity power. One rank allows you to pick immunity to aging, disease, poison, one environmental condition such as cold, heat, high pressure, radiation, or vacuum.
I don't need any of that shit as a fucking parachemist. I can store all my attributes, bro. It's all good.
2 ranks, you can make yourself immune to critical hits or suffocation. Common power descriptor such as chemical, gravitic, necromantic. 5 rank allows you to be immune to stuff such as afflictions, emotional manipulation, effects, entrapments,
no.
effects. 10
love
ranks.
emotional manipulation. I was counting on that.
10 ranks, a common power descriptor such as effects with cold, electricity, fire, or radiation. 20 ranks allows you to pick a type like energy to be immune to.
That's cool.
30 ranks allows you to say I'm immune to fortitude checks, or I'm immune to all effects resisted by will.
Like what you were saying before.
Yeah.
You could just be so
like,
tough. You're just like, doesn't affect me.
I picked toughness.
You picked toughness for me?
No. I'm using an example.
Oh.
Like you could pick toughness
Yeah.
and be like, I am physically immune to damage.
Gotcha.
You have to damage me through some
I need that
affliction
too.
or something like that. Anything that directly contests my toughness just fails.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, fucking Superman had plenty of villains like that. That's why he tossed people into the fucking Shadow Zone. Or
Yeah.
the Shadow
I
Realm.
can't fucking I can't punch you to death, so I'm just gonna put you in a place where you can't do anything.
So then
Dimensional jail.
I mean, I had a jail like that for one of my characters where I had a headquarters that had an entire world inside of it where time moved differently and I was basically a god. And
That's
every
good.
time somebody pissed me off, I tossed them in there for 10 minutes. 10 minutes outside was like 1,000 years in there, and death doesn't exist in my world. I also killed a lot of people I probably shouldn't and mounted their heads on my wall. A lot of big names.
See, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the end. Not the end, but it's like the character I based my character off of. When he was like at his peak, he was literally moving the planet Earth into a different orbit. But he didn't know orbital mechanics, so he sort of fucked it.
You're
But
around
like,
power level 30 for that?
yeah, exactly.
It's a specific power, not power level 30 yourself. You have to get to power
Yeah.
level 30 and then get that power set up to around level 30.
Yeah, and then I'll be able to fucking interact with like stupid bullshit and pull on other planets.
Also, toughness. Iron has a toughness of 7.
No, it doesn't.
Steel has a toughness of 9.
Huh. What does that mean?
Means you need to at least be able to apply 9 damage in one strike to break steel.
Oh, great, cool. I don't need to break it. So,
No, but you can
Maybe.
create and control the ingots.
oh shit, you're right. See, bro, there was a scene in the book where it's like he just had an ingot of metal, and he was just wrecking people with it, just left and right, up and down, pushing off of it, pulling on it. Love it. You should
Problem
read
is,
this one when you can.
Unless you do multi-target type stuff, each of those is an individual action.
Yeah. It's an individual. It's like pushing off, like jumping up and pushing off the ingot on the ground to throw yourself towards the ceiling, and then like I don't know, they miss, and then you pull the ingot towards you, at I don't know, terminal velocity, and there's a person in the way, so it just clobbers them. It's
Like a
still
reverse
individual.
slashing.
Yeah, exactly. To think it's like there's
It's a
memes
lashing
on-
or reverse lashing. To give
bullshit that
context.
the people on Scadrial have to do in comparison to the people on Roshar. The Rosharians have it so much easier. But yeah, Scadrians, they don't have gravitation as a surge, so they can't just fucking manipulate gravity. They just have to use it. But spoilers, but it's like in the later versions of the Cosmere, like their spaceships are just fucking, they're just people, like they're on giant metal platforms, and they just have like steel pushers pushing off of the platform to get into orbit. It's so ghetto. It's so fucking ghetto. But yes, God, I can't wait. But yeah, it's just super ghetto bullshit to move around in comparison to lashings. That's half the reason they're trying to steal fucking gemstones and shit, and because gemstones can move stormlight, so they're trying to bring that shit to Scadrial. Fucking fascism at its finest, but it's whatever.
Gotta
That's
keep
where we
that
are.
military-industrial complex rolling.
Yeah, the fucking Kelsier would be, I guess, happy because he's still. Never mind. God, have you ever read Stormlight? And there's this dude named Thydakar. He's from Mistborn. It's one of the main dudes of Mistborn. If you read Mistborn, it'll give you more context. But it's a good book. I'm sorry, I've been ranting. I'm gonna do my drugs.
No worries, I am just trying to figure out why this character sheet is suddenly not fillable.
Because you're... Sorry, I stuttered. I didn't know what... Wait.
You okay? What?
I am. Hold on.
I think he was trying to insult you, but he might have had a stroke.
No, he chose not to.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference.
It was just difficult for me to stop myself, you know what I mean?
I gotcha. That's how I am with gambling.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What did
I've
you
been
do?
listening to this book over the weekend. I'm up like $300. Well, 250.
What about
Less if I
overall?
keep playing.
Overall.
Overall, in what, like the last month or in the last, like,
3 months.
I don't know, 3 months? Honestly, I want to say I'm up like $50. It would have been more, but I just sort of throw money away because it's like, I can cash it out, but I could also just keep gambling and listen to this book. And I'd rather just do that usually. So that's my problem. But
Bro, just buy gold. What are you doing?
literally tomorrow, over the, like before the weekend.
I'm not
I was
talking about
looking into-
chains, alright? I'm talking about like actually.
No, bro. I was looking into rare mineral or rare earth mineral stuff.
Oh my
I've
god.
been trying to
Minerals?
get into options, my nigga. Options. I'm buying
Minerals.
stock for like rare earth minerals. Yeah, that have been up. It's in the last like 5 years. They're up like fucking some 1,000%. It's like Nvidia, but it's worth pennies. So it's like 30 cents a share right now. I think I could spend a good fucking $30 and get 100 shares and start doing options since I'll have 100 of them. Or spend like, I don't know, like $200 or $300 that I won in gambling to just buy stocks and then just do options and just dabble. Because I wanted to dabble, I just didn't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but
The housing
fine,
market's
fine.
gonna crash. If you're ever gonna
Huh?
buy a house, it's gonna be in the next year.
I'm not trying to buy a house or nothing. I'm just trying.
I'm just saying, it's all gonna crash, bro. You know.
Yeah. I'm just trying. I'm doing short term, like week to week options, like locking a price, fucking higher or lower, and hope to God that it's higher or lower. It's literally gambling, but it's gambling with more benefit.
What the fuck is
Um,
BTS?
Did I say BTS?
No. Sorry, Shay sent me something. I'm like, what's BTS?
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, they're Koreans. My girlfriend's really into Koreans. Loves those Koreans.
Yeah.
They're Korean.
Yeah, they're fuckable. All right. Those Asian boys.
They are really extremely fuckable. Both genders. It's a shame. America can learn something, but
Dude, I'm just. You know what makes me sad? I'm like over 30. I will never get to fuck a small Asian woman.
yeah, you will.
I don't think I will. I don't think that's in my life.
Good.
You know.
But go to the cheapest country to book a flight to in Southeast Asia, and stay for like 3 days.
I don't want to do that.
Then I guess you'll never do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, but I don't know. I can't. I feel like I feel you, but I don't know. I'm black. I have black skin, so I feel like if I leave America, I'm just gonna be treated like an African.
I think times have changed, haven't they?
Huh?
I think times have changed.
No, not really. Not as much as you think.
I think people are tolerant now.
Not really. I feel like the further west you go, it's like, oh, you're from Africa. Where in Africa are you from? Not like fucking. Until I open my mouth, I'm American or I'm African, basically. Until I start speaking, I'm American. But like, you look at me as a fucking African person who somehow got here.
Well, that's
You look at white
racist.
people like they're Americans, but not me.
Well, that's racist, all right.
Yeah, I know. Bro, growing up, I thought the only way I'd be able to like have a decent time in Japan or like another Asian country is with a white friend.
You know what? I think as long as you have money or the appearance of money, I think you do fine.
Yeah, but white people don't have to have money to have the appearance of money in the Southeast Asian country. That's the thing.
Yeah,
They just look like they have money because they have white skin.
yeah.
So, that's what I'm
I'm trying to
missing.
figure out why the fuck I can't fill in this goddamn character sheet.
Fifth gate or garden?
I have to open mine up in another room, but I don't know what you're using. I mean, I use Google Docs and Doc Hub or some shit. But no, I was so fucking hyped for this this character building session for like weeks. Like I literally re-listened to Mistborn just so I can get my details right. I just want to go around as an old person the entire time. Like every time we're not in a fucking mission or we're not doing anything pertinent, I just want to be an old, blind, deaf, senile, and because I'm storing up all my shit. Like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be great. I guess we need other people. Or we don't. You can just run it with us, but I don't know if Gunn wants to play and DM.
So at this point, we keep everybody else besides you two keeps causing problems and fucking dipping out. I'd like more than 2 people, but at this point, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get more than 2 people.
Get Mikey.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna let you guys do that.
Or what about Blast? Blast has the gun, right?
Yeah, you can.
He's not in the group chat though, but he wouldn't know.
Shoot him a message. I'm not sure how much longer I'll have for today to help, but I should.
No, you're fine as long as you can. As long as if he says he's in, man, then fucking just
should at
link up with
least
him.
be able to start building up what you guys need for your character. Now that I know what you need and I have that powers, I can start doing all the actual character building work for that.
Yeah, and you have, like I sent you that list there, so it's like it should have fucking. That's the wide breadth of my abilities. Everything else is just and yeah. I can't say the word right now, but it's intricate shit. I don't think I've ever sent a message to Blast of.
So you guys have 120 power points to start. And I should be able to reduce your variable powers to at least 4 points per rank to multiply it to 5. See, and then there's going to be the storage device for the equipment, which means you will at least be able to multiply a small amount of 100 points, Aztec.
You said, we'll repeat that last part. You sort of broke up.
You should be able to multiply at least part of that 120 points.
Okay, great.
And for stuff like
I'll be paired with Jesus over here, so.
strength, agility, stuff like that will be 2 points per rank. Taking the enhanced version or the powers version of it will be 1 point per rank, but those are going to be baked in to some of your variable powers. Then there are your defenses, which will be 1 point per rank, your toughness, will, fortitude, dodge, and parry. Yes, parry is a thing. If I try to punch you in the face, I'm going against your parry.
Okay.
If you're standing and fighting. If you're the type to dodge away or am trying to move out of the way when strikes, that's the dodge. Once they have struck, then it's will, toughness, or fortitude that you're resisting.
What if I want to suck them into my ass?
Then you would just use one of the black hole power profiles. Again, it being your anus does not change the physical mechanics of the power.
I disagree.
I messaged Blast Sets, but I just remember that it's probably like fucking morning over there.
So just remember too, close combat, it would be like, it's not just a close combat rank, it'd be like close combat fists. Close combat weapons. For stuff like expertise, it's expertise in specific things that you would work out with me. I'm an astrophysicist, so my expertise is in astrophysics.
Can you get more than one expertise?
Yes. You just have to purchase them as separate skills.
Okay, great. 'Cause I
Same for
have a
close
couple in
combat.
mind.
And range combat. Those are the three. Close combat, range combat, and expertise are the ones where you can take multiple under the same category, but you must purchase them separately.
Okay.
For
I
your
wanna. Okay.
for your what do you call it? You might have a close combat rank, your variable power. You might have a close combat rank to begin with, but you will get an enhanced close combat for like physical punching and like hitting with things. That would be more than one combat skill that you're boosting, but it'll only be 1 point per rank because it's from a power instead of the standard skill buy-in. Does that make sense? You get the same effect, just cheaper because it's through a power.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Hello?
Hello. Can you
What I
hear me
was
now?
saying, yeah, you get the same effect that you would get from a normal close combat skill when you trigger the power, but it's technically cheaper because it's coming from a power.
Okay.
Then it would be like, where is it?
Like computer? Or...
The way I do things,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
you only need 10 ranks in immunity to become immune. No, sorry, it's 20 ranks in immunity. For flat 20 points, you can just straight up become immune to nullify. Then you can just spend the flat 1 point per rank to use it as a power.
The immune to nullify?
If you have more than 10 ranks in any of your attributes, like all totaled together, immunity nullify is worth getting.
Okay.
There are degrees of immunity and whatnot, but in order to gain immunity to a common power descriptor, bludgeoning, energy, gravity, stuff like that. No, gravity falls under it. But in order to get the common power descriptor, such as nullify, you'd need 20 ranks under immune. Which by default is only 1 point per rank.
Okay.
You wouldn't need sustained, but if you wanted to do 40 points instead of 20, you could have affect others. As long as you're touching someone else, they can't be hurt. And if you really, though, you can take a flaw called limited to half effect. You suffer half the normal effect rather than being entirely immune to something, which would essentially, when somebody hits you with nullify, would cut the DC check to keep it from hurting you in half.
Okay.
Because that is resisted by will, I believe.
Okay. As long as it could link with the powers, it doesn't necessarily work though, but...
No, it's up to you. It's just a recommendation. I go on a very different route than most people in this game. My last character was somebody with like 30 limbs who could bestow a variety of afflictions with touch. But my extra limbs could go like super far away, go back and forth from insubstantial. I could just hop into a room, a bunch of shadow arms would pop out, touch a bunch of people, and they'd all get bubonic plague.
Oh god.
That's how I got around gas masks and stuff. Because, like, those area of effects skills and stuff, gear like gas masks and whatnot, can help prevent people from actually getting affected from, like, big area effect strikes, having a bunch of extra limbs to touch people and directly imbue, what do you call it? Afflictions is perfect. And because of the way extra limbs works, if you take projection, sustained, and continuous, then I could strike out simultaneously and hit every single person in the room with the same affliction.
Damn.
That guy had Nullify. That guy loved using Nullify.
Like an affliction specialist, basically.
Yes. It was a extra chuny version of Jason, kind of.
Gotcha.
Let's put it this way. There is an actual... It's straight up just called Affliction. And it's highly customizable. You can do cumulative, concentration, alternate resistances to make them like... It's Fortitude or Will versus the DC rank. And its effects are based on either damage or some sort of other condition. But the way Affliction works is that you can essentially tag another power onto an Affliction power, make them roll to see if they fucking do it properly or not. My Affliction that was Bubonic Plague was basically just a rapid fucking damage, where it damaged them every turn, based on the rank of Affliction. It just damaged them once a turn with a necrotic energy. And if you put cumulative on them, then you can touch them every turn to add another stack onto that.
Gosh. Who are you guys playing with the last time you guys played this shit?
I was playing with some randoms online, but when friend Renee, who was DMing for us, but I think that time I was a shadow assassin with the multi-limb, but I used physical strikes. So I had like 30 swords all at once, or I think it was like 16 swords, with sensory powers, stealth powers, and super speed. That was the guy who had his little, prison world.
Gotcha.
I think I really irritated him because the way I built that character, it was like, I think we were power level 16 or some shit like that, but the way I built my Shadow Arm character was that, like, all 16 arms struck simultaneously, so it was like 16 damage, 16 damage, 16 damage. What?
Yeah, I was right about to ask how the damage works with that, because, like, if you have fucking 30 arms, that's like...
If you build the character correctly, then they are taking damage from all 16 separate instances.
That's what I wanted to do eventually in a campaign with D&D. Or at least have, like, a bunch of astral arms, but we never finished, so...
Well, I have it. I have notes.
Yeah.
We might go back to it eventually.
Here's fucking hoping. I'm gonna just fucking roll up on somebody and just punch him like 8 times and then shoot him in the face.
We don't have to restart either. I mean, that's up to
No,
Fallen.
we don't have to restart. I have the notes on where we are.
Yeah, no, I want to continue. Fuck, I just
are
want
over
to continue.
a town that you guys just broadsided a big old fucking flock of wyverns for that are now celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were going into the town festival.
We're playing in Ocean's 11.
I'm
With
down
your-
to continue without Fallen.
I feel fucking bad, but if you did you hit Fallen up, right? You asked if you can help with this shit, then.
No, because every time I've offered, he's given some thinly veiled excuse why he doesn't want to.
Right. I can access his character sheet. Like I have a link to it. You could just recreate it. Like I feel like the easy.
Dude, I literally have the D&D Beyond. I am the DM of the session. I can go in and edit his goddamn character sheet if I wanted to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could just continue to work with character sheet.
That's my point, is that of all the options I gave, not a single one of them to continue.
You cut out right then and there. What'd you say? What, not a single one of
I
them
think
was what?
one of the options I gave as ways could continue was even.
That wasn't much better, but I think I got the gist of it. Is there? Can you just ask him if you just continue without managing his sheet?
I don't want to ask shit, Jim.
I know.
Every time I ask something, I get a bunch of fucking excuses back. If you want to ask him, go ahead, but I'm not going to listen if he comes to me with a solution. I am done putting forward solutions just to be fucking insulted back.
Yeah. I just feel bad.
I
You
would
can't.
feel a
You
lot
can't.
worse if it wasn't for all the goddamn effort I put into like.
At any point, any of us would have fixed the issue that he has, but we're all retarded apparently.
Well, he didn't
It's
say
not
that.
He's straight up just unwilling to do the thing that would fix all the things.
So either we're all retarded, or it's just an excuse.
No, he never insulted us like that. The insult here is that he's not willing to put in the effort to fix the damn
Yeah.
problem. He'd rather buy a whole goddamn computer than fucking put in 20 minutes of work.
And that's not even fixing the issue. It was to play with us or play on PC eventually, but
Who forget an email? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
but no, honestly, honest to God, I have like 15.
No, you
emails.
haven't. Shut the fuck up.
Yes,
Like
I
a
do.
people-pleasing
I was
motherfucker.
scammed before, though, bro. I was scamming.
You fucking.
I would scam Audible. I would just make a new email, make a new Amazon account, sign up for a trial with a fake credit card, and then download the book within like a minute or two before they ban my account. I have like 13 fucking emails, bro. I have a lot, so it's like I'll just pick one sometimes.
Between those and the difference that ones you actually use.
That's what I'm saying. For D&D Beyond, I don't remember how I signed up. So when they logged me out, I had to go through like all of my emails to see where I had where it signed up. But I was lucky because I had bought the DLC thingy, so I had a transaction or a record back and forth from support to get my money back. So I just got it for you instead because I didn't need it. That's the only way I got my the email that I used, right? But other than that, I wouldn't have known. Or I would have just been trying because it took me like 30 minutes before. So
Oh, Aztec,
you're
you should also take at least a rank or two in quickness.
yeah, because it gives me super. Well, one of my abilities at the end is super speed, or not at the end in general. Is super
This is
speed.
not super speed. This is the ability to do something like take apart a car fast. Super speed is the ability to move fast. This is being able to perform complex tasks fast.
Fair enough.
This would allow you to pull out and consume metals as a free action.
I never pull
Got
out.
it. There's also a metal ATM that allows you to.
You never did what, Aztec? Or not Aztec,
that was-
Artie?
I
Yeah.
never pull out.
Continue,
You
Aztec.
must have weak swimmers then, bud. I was saying that there's a metal ATM that allows me to see into the future for a few seconds for the person that I'm looking at. It's not like super precognition. It's just like
Yeah, it's a precognition. I don't mind you guys looking at the future if you try to fuck with the past with any sort of thing other than just seeing events that happens. A almighty powerful being is going to come down and start bitch slapping you.
yeah, no. The only thing that sees into the past is gold, and it sees a version of the past and a potential version of the past. So if you took different actions, so it doesn't. It's not fucking useful.
What have happened? Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Like a parallel.
As long as you're not
yeah.
actually retconning anything, it's fine. That's where I draw the line.
No,
I
I
just
want
look at-
time magic. You said you would have time magic.
But you said
There
it
is,
had something magic, but I thought you're Jesus.
There was a, what do you call it? A precognition power that Renee used one of the times that I doing it, where he basically made it as a like Prince of Persia thing, where his version of precognition was knowing that he was going to do something, but it didn't actually change anything from the past. It was just a flavor thing where, like, he would do the thing, then he would do it again better. That was just a precognition power where he used it as flavor.
Gotcha. No, this was it's precognition, like a couple, like it shows like a ghost version of your actions. Unless
It's just a sensory power. Precognition falls under sensory.
Okay, great. But if you're also a precog, then it just shows a billion image. Like you can't discern what they're gonna do. It cancels it out effectively.
And that makes it even cheaper because there's a limitation you can place what doesn't work on others with precognition.
I got limitations for days with my powers, bro. Let's go.
Yes, you do, which is one of the reasons why y'all end up such a fucking monstrous power pool.
I know. It's literally
the issue here is not about your power level, but how well and intuitively you can swap between and use them.
I can't wait.
And that is all based on user. Yeah,
just
if you fuck up with this character, that's user error.
Exactly, I know. I can't wait. It's like the dude in the book, not to give you ideas, but he was literally defeated because he stored up. He was really, really, really old, like really like thousands of years old or some shit. And he would just fluctuate his age. Like he'd just spend a lot of time being old, and then just be young sometimes. But he was actually dumping all of his. I don't know
Oh, and if you really don't want to lose this character, you should buy a single rank in Immortality.
Yeah, I will. Just for fun. Yeah.
It'll take you 30 days to come back from death, but you'll come back.
Yeah. You gotta do. Oh yeah, I'll grab that. She just ripped out his fucking the things that he was throwing his age in, and he just fucking rapidly aged and died.
Immortality was Artie's power. When he put 20 ranks into it, he would recover every combat round. Every 6 seconds, he could come back from death perfectly.
Can I put all my points
That costs 40 points.
Can I put all my points into Immortality, and that's my only power? I'm not strong or anything.
I mean, there's no reason you can't go past rank 20 in it. It would only take 40 of. It would only take 40 of your points, and you guys are starting at power level 8, so that's 80 points left in your pool. You can take that as your only actual power. Then I would say put another 20 points into immunity for Nullify, because if I wanted to kill that character, I'd just poke you with fucking Nullify and then kill you.
Or just trap him in a box.
Well, that's not actually killing.
Well, no, but he'll just be drowning forever if you throw that box in water.
For 6 seconds, he starts drowning. It takes longer than that to drown, but it only takes 6 seconds to start over.
Yeah, but when you're
So I would give you, if you do 40 points into Immortality, 20 points into Immunity, that's half of your shit, and you come back to life every 6 seconds, and you'll be immune to Nullify. Then we could check my
stop
power
from getting
profile.
in the box and thrown into a lake. Like,
You could just take a teleport power.
there you go. There's a character like that in X-Men. Granny, she's some old lady, she can't die. That's her own mutant power, she just can't die. But it's like, if no one tries to kill her, then she's fucking useless. Because she's just an old woman.
Okay.
Old woman attack.
Old woman attack?
Okay, so it's not under cosmic power. Sorry, I'm looking for the power profile for gravity powers. pretty sure that's what black holes fall under. That or dimension. Banishment, dimension grave, dimension.
Would it be possible to make like a Kaladin with like a fucking a spren and a sword that could turn into weapons and shit?
Yeah, you would essentially be creating a sidekick, and then you would be it'd be the same as like the equipment tab where you put certain points into sidekick and that it multiplies the amount of powers you have. Unlike an actual person where it's assumed that you have 15 power points per rank roughly, a sidekick will only have 5 power points per rank.
So would the shard be would they be able to turn into a shard blade that can cut through anything and take souls and shit, or no?
If that's all they do, then probably.
Fuck me. Huh. Okay, if I have leftover points, I might bond this front.
Yeah, it's just the sidekick power.
Yeah, fuck it. I might bond this friend, because why the fuck not?
Dream power. Electrical power. Where did my black hole power?
Ooh, I could even be a spren with a broken oath with limitations. Like, then unless that doesn't help, then fuck the limitation.
Okay, so the way your power would work, Artie, is gravitational pull mixed with gravitic containment. Plus a conditional singularity based on how much mass you've pulled in. Be 3 powers tied together, where the final stage of the power would be conditional on how much mass you've pulled in with the first stage. First stage being the pull itself, second stage being the storage you have. At a power level 8, you'd be able to store...
If the storage location is his butthole, is that with training and vigorous such that he can grow his power level?
Well, that's what PowerPoints technically are. If you guys spend time training as the DM, PowerPoint, you were training hard.
It doesn't
And
have
then
to be my
spend
butthole. I
that
was just
PowerPoint,
kidding.
and then every 15 or so PowerPoints, I would upgrade you another power level.
That's a lot of stretching already.
But at power level 8, you would be able to contain 6 tons or 250 cubic feet of mass. That goes for your metal store too, Aztec.
Can I steal powers?
Can you what?
Can you steal powers?
Yeah. If I remember right, it's a form of nullified control. I don't know if there is a specific power for it, but we would, if there's not, then we would combine nullify attack with feature power and just build it ourselves.
Yeah, I love the freedom of this.
There's literally a power called feature where its entire point is if the power does not exist and you need one, build it off of this template.
Yeah, I'm not for this stuff.
Some of the sampling features are like insulating fur. You have a layer of fur that protects you from heat and cold, giving you immunity. That is like, instead of using immune, you build that as an innate part of your power. One of the ones that people love really like a lot for these features is quick change. A limited form of quickness that only allows you to swap to and from your super suit rapidly.
So there's a character in Mistborn. I don't know. He has a he could do like a it's like a speed bubble. It's like it's in this bubble, like in a 5 foot circle, essentially. It's
That would
like,
be the quickness power with an area effect.
yeah, exactly. But he mainly uses it to fucking change costumes and shit, like a dumbass. But he can, if you're in it, it's normal time. But like you could be on the edge of it and be like super speed essentially, so you could just pop it before you get to the range of somebody and just sort of stab them outside the bubble. But if
There's also a feature I'm going to make all of you guys take, but I'm not going to charge you any points for it, called temporal inertia. You are anchored in the space-time continuum.
Oh, what the
making
fuck?
you immune.
what? You good?
The worm just popped out. Holy fuck.
Oh,
Oh yeah, those worms have been getting real fucking aggro lately.
I survived, luckily.
Good. But temporal inertia, you are anchored in the space-time continuum, making you immune to changes in history. You recall the true version of historical events, even if no one else does. Temporal inertia makes you immune to retcons. None of that shit in my world.
fair enough. I will be right back once I figure out how to do it.
No worries. Alright, well. I've got a good idea on what both of you want for your power set so far. Artie wants to be an immortal black hole shitter.
Yeah, yes.
So, and Aztec gave me a list of powers. So the way I'm going to do this is over the next several days, I'm going to build essentially part of a character sheet for you where it has the basics of just those powers, and whatever points are left over we'll be able to use to customize the rest of your character. Skills, traits, other kind of things. Does that sound good?
Okay.
You want to return to life every 6 seconds, and I'm going to give you
Sounds good.
the
Sorry.
advice of becoming immune to no. If nothing else,
It would
if
be
you
nice
spend
to be
more-
able to implode on command.
I mean, we can make that for really, really cheap.
Like if
And
it's already a gravitational power. If I just suck everything
Yeah,
in
it's
and
just a
implode.
self-destructing singularity power.
Yeah.
We just what might make that a little expensive would be the selectives, so that you only harm your enemies. You can make it so that only your enemies feel the gravitational pull. You could be standing right next to a child or a telephone pole, and neither of them will even feel the pull.
That works.
Then it really doesn't matter what your fucking stats would be.
And then I don't
'Cause
have to have a
frankly,
Green
like-
Lantern ring, but I would like to acquire one to help shovel things into my butthole.
We'll see what we can do for equipment. I'm probably going to give you guys a small pool of points that's like your requisition points for gear. While you're working for the corporation, you'll have a certain budget for what kind of gadgets you can ask for from R&D.
I want a tungsten suit.
Yes.
A tungsten suit of armor to make me super fucking heavy, and I'm just gonna store my weight and make it really light.
How does that work? If it stores your weight, how does it store the suit's weight?
It's stored. Well, I guess it would store strength instead of weight if it'll take a lot of strength to move it. Huh. I guess I can increase.
Do you store the object's weight or only your own?
It stores your weight. So I think if I'm storing, if I'm not storing my weight and I'm storing strength, the extra, it'd be like almost like weight training, but I'd be able to harness the extra potential energy.
By
If that
making
makes
it
sense.
really hard for you to move around.
Yeah, exactly. Until I don't, and then I'll just fly at somebody and make myself really heavy, like a missile. Oh God.
I'll have to build the specific powers to see how that would work, but if it doesn't work the way you want, we could always tweak it.
Yeah, no. I'm theory crafting on I'm gonna go into the Coppermind forum and just see what other people is.
Why just pay for titanium bones?
Because I don't want titanium bone.
Tungsten then, whatever is fucking heavier.
I don't even know what
At that
burning
point,
tungsten
according
is.
to your rules, where the cybernetics are part of you, that's your way.
Yeah, but
is
I don't know if I don't. It'd be untested. It'd be in the realm of untested bullshit, and I don't want to poison myself by making my bones. I don't know, something that stores life, and then I just die. You know, who knows? I don't know. They don't fuck around with random mass metals.
Can you activate
saying-
Naruto Sage mode?
I mean, that's
Sage-
basically what this is. He's storing up potential energy to do
Yeah.
different forms of
That's what I'm
sage
saying.
mode.
That's what I'm saying.
but it's like going blind for a day, so I can have like super sight.
Yeah, you could technically make a boosting skill that's like that.
Or like a
Yeah.
Tsunade-like thing where you can store it like preemptively. So you don't have to
It's
go
like-
blind?
No, I still have to go blind, but if I eat it instead of like wearing it and using the energy, then I get 10 times the amount. So I could just eat it, and then like my blind day equals like 10 super sight days, I guess, or like super sense days, whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna rip my own arms off and then put them in my ass and explode.
I could rip my own arms off and put them in your ass, and you can shoot them out.
That's
I don't
what
know
I'm
if you can
saying.
shoot them out. Yeah, but then I could use gold and I could eat something and then grow my arms back. Is the thing.
Buddy,
As long as
listen.
Bring them out.
Uh,
I've not enough bed rest. These missions. God.
So,
I don't know. No, I was saying, it's like I could store health by like just being crippled for a while. So as long as I had enough bed rest between missions, I could rip my arms
just
off.
take the regeneration power.
I don't want to do that. That cheapens the whole experience.
no, I want to be able to implode and then come back within minutes or seconds.
This is where there's a difference here. Artie is going to end up with a few singularly strong and useful powers. Aztec is going to end up with a wide range of additional powers.
Yeah, like super
He's going
conditional.
to have powers for days, but those powers are going to be incredibly conditioned.
Love it. Out in the desert, if I'm stripped of everything, I don't think I can do anything. Almost.
Well, that's what you create power would be for. If you're out in the desert stuck with nothing, you could just be like, let me create the metalite.
Yeah, you're right. But then I'd only be able to use it for allomancy. I wouldn't be able to use ferrochemy. Because
Right.
I have to store that shit up.
If you put certain materials like near me and I absorb them into my ass with a black hole thing, would I be able to convert them into other materials?
That's an actual power.
Yeah, that's true. But I can.
I want to be able to
transmute,
do
so
that too.
God.
Say again, you're very low compared to Aztec.
I want to be able
Sorry.
to do that too.
Convert.
I want to be able to
Materials?
to mutate or like
Transmute.
use alchemy with my ass or my ass black holes.
I mean, that's just a conditional transform power.
There.
It's a transform power that would only allow you. Okay. It'd be the 5-point per rank version that allows you to transform any material into anything else. That's what you want, right?
Uh-huh.
But then it would be conditional. You would have to suck it up into your little butthole space first.
Yeah. What the fuck am I doing? I'm a grown ass man. I have children.
Jim, at this point, I don't even fucking bat an eye at this kind of shit. Did I ever give you shit over this, or did I just fucking lay out the power for you?
Listen, I can't say anything. I gotta get going though for a little bit. I'll be back on
worries.
if you're on.
Last thing though, I meant what I said. When I said you could do anything
Oh yeah, no, I know.
except go back in time.
No, I know. You
I'm
keep
here for it.
reminding
I
me.
got no time problems with it. So it's
No,
all
you can
good.
go forward in time if you want.
Oh, no, good. The world helping is fine.
Hey, blessed. You guys can go forward all you want.
Hey,
Just no
Blessed.
going back.
If you want to explain the Blasthods,
It's a mutants and masterminds thing that we're doing.
yeah.
I'm gonna need some time to make everyone's character sheet.